Yeah. Yesterday, up to yesterday, we discussed brief information of all technologies. What is UI? Yeah, what is UI? Where we use it, and what all the technologies comes under there, and what is the use of each topic. Like that, we discussed under HTML. So under Web UI. So third topic is JavaScript. Then fourth one is jQuery. Then fifth one is Ajax. Yeah, sixth one is responsive design. Then seventh one will be Bootstrap. Yeah, eighth one will be less and SAS programming. Yeah, ninth one will be project. So usually all these content I'll explain with the duration of 40 to 45 hours of sessions. Usually I'll take 40 to 45 hours of sessions to complete this content. Let me save pictures. 7 a.m. Today's date 10th March 2022 at 7 a.m. Yeah. Here, brief information of UI we discussed in the previous 3 classes. Now I'll start the first topic of our course. So first topic is HTML4. We will be in HTML4 for few days, and after that we'll move on to the CSS2 for few days. After that we'll sit more time, almost 20 hours, half of our duration. 20 hours of sessions we will be in the JavaScript, and after that we'll move on to HTML5. A few days for HTML5, next CSS3, next jQuery, next Ajax, yeah, responsive design, Bootstrap. These all small topics. It don't take much time. Yeah, responsive design, then Bootstrap, then lesson sets. This way, order of content will be like this. So in this way, I'll execute all our programs. I'll explain all our programs. But along with my classes, if you want to stick on to front-end programming, if you want to crack the interview of front-end programming, you have to finish any one of the JavaScript framework. Along with my classes, you have to attend any one of the framework class, JavaScript framework class. Here under JavaScript, we have Angular framework, React.js, Node.js. Actually, Node.js comes under server side. We are using like server side programming. Any one JS, Vue.js, like that. If you learn any one JS, then it will be helpful to join as a front-end developer. Here, HTML is a hypertext markup language. So we are starting first topic of our course. So that is HTML4. HTML4. HTML is nothing but it's a hypertext markup language. Okay, hypertext markup language. Under this, we'll see how we can work out with. It's a hypertext markup language, completely markup. It's a markup programming. So what is this markup programming? Markup in the sense it is a tag based programming. Markup in the sense it is a tag. What is a tag? Tag is nothing but it's an instruction to browser. We can give instruction to the browser in the form of tags. These tags are divided into two types. Two types of tags we have. One is pair tag. Here one is pair tag. Second one is unpaired tag. Unpaired tag. Pair tag in the sense we write the tag name like this. Here we start the tag and we'll end the tag like this. Here this one we call it as pair tag. And unpaired tag in the sense we write the tag name and here itself we'll close the tag. This one we call it as unpaired tag. So we have two types of tags. One is pair tag, another one is unpaired tag. Here basic of HTML coding always starts with a doc type. Doc type in the sense it is a document type. One second. Here markup programming. Here it is a completely a tag based program. Tag in the sense it is an instruction to the browser. We can give instruction to the browser in the form of tags. These tags are two types. One is pair tag, another one is unpaired tag. So pair tag in the sense, whenever we start the tag, we have to close the tag. And yesterday we observed that always HTML page we start with a doc type. What is this doc type? How can I start this doc type and where I can start it? See, I'm starting VS Code. Here in this VS Code, here I'm starting that VS Code. See, yeah. So here I'm starting VS Code. Let me open folder. For your project, I have to click on open folder. This is the starting. After installation of VS Code, just open VS Code and file, open new folder. Create one folder in our anywhere, desktop, documents, anywhere you can create one folder. That folder, here I want to create one folder, 7 a.m. UI March 2022. Okay. Yeah. So I'm creating one. I created one folder. Just select it. By that, it will show you one empty folder. See, one empty folder like this. So let me start here. So this is HTML4. Under this HTML4, I'm creating the first programming. First HTML4.html. Here under this, see, there is no code in this. There is no code in this. When I right click here, just run it with live server. Just run it with a live server. By that, you can see here, right click, inspect element here. By that, you can see in that there is inspect element here. So by this, you can see here doc type HTML head and body. See here, you can see that doc type in the sense it is a document type. Actually, it will give you something loading. Yeah. See, it is not giving any doc type, but you can see here this total HTML page. See this total HTML page here, HTML start and close like this. Here it is HTML start and close head and body tag. Okay. Here under this head and body tag, I want to write a HTML page. Under this HTML page, we can write like this. Here doc type HTML head and body. Doc type in the sense it is a document type. What type of document I'm writing here, that comes under doc type. Actually, it is not giving any doc type for us. But according to W3 org, so here doc type, if you search for doc type according to W3 org, you will see that a doc type is resemble the standard of website. That standard coding of that website, we have to write it with a doc type. Doc type in the sense document type. What type of document we are writing here, that comes under doc type. In Wikipedia, you can see here document type declaration. Document type declaration, so many ways we have. Doc type is an instruction associated particular XML or SGML document with a document type of DTD. See, from it is a particular version from HTML 2 to 4. In between HTML 2 to 4, we used this type of version doc type. So if you don't write the doc type, it won't give you given by the browser, but it will give you HTML here. This is here doc type. So here it is doc type HTML. Here it is doc type HTML. Under that HTML, you can see here these all pair tags. HTML start, HTML close, head start and close, body start and close. Head start and close and body start and close, we write like this. This is the HTML page. Here now you can see here Here document type. Here document type is a declaration of that particular type. So here itself we can write it here. HTML layout engine browser doc type. See here. Where is in doc type is a document that served as HTML, determines a layout as the mode of standards, that HTML serialize the HTML file. So see here, you can see all details. So HTML4, how it is, see here, all different doc types. In HTML4, we used our doc type like this. Here, all public declarations according to W3C consortium. This is World Wide Web Consortium. According to that standard only, we have to write our code. So we are writing here doc type. So this doc type is helpful to write the document type. What type of document we are writing here, that is declared with a doc type. Here we can write it here doc type, and XML. Here that XML, see, even in XML also we use this doc type for declaration of document type. Here itself we can write it here a doc type. Here references. So reference doc type will be like this. So this way we can write it here doc type, document type. What type of document we are writing here, that comes under doc type. Here itself we can write it here HTML, HTML like this, something we write it here HTML. This HTML, under this HTML we can declare that doc type declaration like this. It is the older ways. In HTML4 time we used doc type declaration in this way. HTML5 time we are using the doc type declaration like this. Here doc type declaration of HTML4, doc type declaration of HTML5 will be like this. Here now you can see here how the doc type is. HTML4, HTML5, we use doc type like this. But here nowadays we moved already to HTML5, so we are not using this older declaration. We are simply writing doc type HTML. See, if you don't write any code in the program, if to run this program, I'm clicking on right click and run on live server. This live server, we have to install it in this. See here, you can find extension folder. Under that, you can, when you search for extension in this, if you search for live server, you can see that live server option. When you click on that install button of the live server, so by that live server will be installed in the system. So live server will be installed in the system. So because of this, we can easily run our program. Here I'm able to install my program with this. Here I'm able to write a doc type declaration here, document type. What type of document we are writing here, that comes under doc type. Here we can write it here doc type. So here doc type. Even if you don't write, it will give you HTML head and body. But here we want to start our program from the doc type. So according to W3 standard. So this is HTML5 declaration of doc type. Here we write root tag as HTML start and close. Even if you don't write also, browser will give. Don't worry in that. But we have to design the website according to the standard. That's why we have to write like this. If you write any mistake in this, if you forgot any tags, if you write any wrong in this, it definitely gives you error. Sorry, it won't give you any errors in the browser. It will give you improper output, but it won't give you any errors for us. So just like Java programming or C programming, if you forgot comma, if you forgot a full stop in semicolon, if you forgot anything, it will give you errors. But here it won't give you any errors. It will give you just output of the program. That output of the program will be here. It will show you all the outputs for the program here. And if you forgot to write any closing tag, just it will give you error. The output may be not in the proper output may be wrong. Here output may be wrong. So that way it will give you that error. So this is about here doc type HTML. Here if you want to run this program, just run it with live server. Here, run this program, run it with live server. See here, right click here, inspect element. Here, elements, doc type, HTML, head and body tag. Here, doc type in the sense it is the document type. Here, script tag and body tag, we use it like this. Here, doc type in the sense it is the document type. What type of document we are using here, that will be described by the doc type. Here itself, we can write it here, HTML tag, head tag and body tag. So now I'll show you how to write this coding. What I can write it inside the body. See, these all are pair tags. Head tag is a pair tag, HTML tag is a pair tag. Here I'm writing here paragraph. So paragraph tag, I'll write here lorem 10. 10 words of paragraph I'm writing here. So with this, here itself, you can see that execution. See, one paragraph you can see here. Here you can see that one paragraph here. See paragraph. If I don't write any paragraph, see, even if I don't write any content, if I write, see, dummy content, we write it like this, lorem 20. By that, it will give you dummy content. See, without writing any tag, if I write one paragraph, see, inside the body, you can show that output like this. Okay. So here it is doc type, HTML, head and body. One second. Yeah, thank you. Yes, here we can write it here, doc type. Without writing doc type, without writing any code also, we can write our content like this. So this type of execution is because of HTML. So we are writing that HTML code like this. So with this, we can execute our program like this. Here we are writing here doc type HTML. We have to write the standard code. Even if you don't write standard code also, it will give you same output. So output will be same if you don't write tags, if you write the tags. But according to standard, we have to write this code. So this way we generally write our code and will execute our program like this. Here, next we'll write here that code we are writing like this. Here it is doc type paragraph tag we are writing like this. Suppose if I want to write any heading, H1 heading I want to write it. So heading 1 we write like this. See here, I can show you heading. Normally I can run it with browser as well as I can run that program with a live server. Difference between normal browser, see, go to the location and just open it with the browser. See, it will give you same output and live server also will give you same output. But see here, if I increase the content, just if I save it, see it is affected. With live server, whatever changes I'm doing here, the changes are affected immediately. While changing, see, when I save the file, that time only it is affected. See here in this heading time, it is not showing any change. So I have to refresh this way. Here when I refresh it, then only it will show that changes. Here it will show that changes when without refreshing the page. That is the difference between normal execution with the browser and live server execution. Here we are writing live server execution. This live server we added in the extension. You search for, go to this extension after installation of VS Code, go to this extension. In this you will find it. Here search for live server, just click on install button. By that automatically it will be installed in the server. Here you can see that here HTML, doc type HTML head and body tag. So here doc type in the sense it is a document type. What type of document I am writing here, that comes under doc type. Here HTML tag, head tag, body tag, we write it like this. So this way only we'll execute our program and will print our program. Here now I'm writing here doc type HTML head and body is some standard of code and heading I'm writing like this. So here whatever tag I'm using here, paragraph tag, h1 tag, see I'm using here h1. H1 to H6 tags, we have these all pair tags. So pair tag, whenever we start the tag, we have to close the tag. H1 to H6 are used for writing different headings. Headings of web page. So heading of the web page, we can write it with this H1 to H6 tags. H1 tag, H2 tag, H3 tag, like that H1 to H6 tags, we write it here for showing all different headings. Okay, different headings of the browser, we can show you like that. Next, here itself, we can write it here paragraph tag. P tag is used for displaying the para of the web page. It is used for writing the paragraph. So are we using this paragraph and this heading tags in the real time or not? See here. In the real time, are we using this type of headings or not? Check here. In this website, my training is there. Right click and inspect element here. When I inspect element here, you can see that H1 heading will be like this. A bigger size H1 heading I can show you like this. Here div tags all, see here, so many tags are there. So as of now, we know only H1 heading. So like that, we have so many tags, H1 tag, H2 tag, H3 tag, all different headings we know. Here with this, see here, doc type, HTML, head, body. So as of now, we know those. Next, H1 heading. H1 heading is used for displaying a bigger size heading. Automatically, browser will give you a bigger size heading for us if I write H1 tag. H1 tag. So as of now, we don't know about the remaining tags. Just only H1 tag we know. Okay. So this way we can write it. H1 to H6 tags. H1 to H6 tags, we use it like this. Here H1 tag, H2 tag, like that we can write it here. H1 to H6 tags all will show you different headings. So here H1 tag will show you a bigger size heading, H2 tag will show you a smaller size heading. So all different headings we can show to the user by H1 to H6 tags. So next we'll write it here. H1 to H6 tags we have all different headings. Next I'll show you how to work with here. We can write like this, H1 tag, H2 tag. By that we can display that paragraph and we can show that output like this. Now I'll write it here, H2 tag. So are we using any paragraph tag or not? See, some content we are writing here. Right click and inspect element here. See here I can show you paragraph. See here H3 tag. H3 tag and paragraph tag. See, if I don't write H3 tag, just edit as HTML. If I'll remove that HTML tag, see here I'm removing that heading tag. See, normally write the content. See, it is showing same font size. See, this is the default font size. But here the highlighting color, it is not coming here. And see here, this is one paragraph. Here, this is one paragraph. Here, all different paragraphs will show you like this. Here, all different paragraphs will show you like this. So this way only we'll execute our program and we'll print our program. So these all the way we can use and we can execute our program. Here. Here, paragraph tag will show you output like this. All different headings we write it, and H1 tag, H2 tag, like that we can write it here, all headings like this. H1 to H6 tag, we use it here for different headings, and the paragraph tag, we use it here for displaying the para of the HTML page. Okay, see, I can write 200 by that 200 words of paragraph. 2, see here 2 words of paragraph. Lorem 10, see here 10 words of paragraph. So I can write it here lorem 5, see 5 words of paragraph. Like this we can write it here all different paragraphs. We are writing here all different paragraphs like this. So we can display our output with all different paragraphs. See, if I write everything in the same paragraph, see here how it will show that output. So within that same paragraph, if I write the content, see, it is not showing separate paragraphs. Every paragraph is within the content, within the body tag. See, if I close my paragraph and once again if I start my paragraph, so by that how it will be. See, I'll close that paragraph. Here also I'll start my paragraph and I'll close my paragraph. Here like this I'll write it. So by this you can see here all different paragraphs. How many paragraph tags you will write it, those many paragraphs it will show you that output like this. This way we can execute our program. Here all different paragraphs, how many paragraphs start and close we write it, those many paragraphs it will display that output like this. Here this is all about the paragraphs and headings. Okay, so we can write here H1 to H6 tags and paragraph tag. Here all paragraphs will display like this. Next we'll move on to the
Why the earlier paragraph not got cleared?
sorry.
In your live server, we are seeing that earlier, whatever the paragraph is there, right? You told it will update automatically.
Yes, it is updated. See,
Above is the above.
updated.
Okay, above paragraph already you have done it.
Yeah, this one is 200 words of paragraph.
Okay.
Live server automatically update. See, there is no big size paragraph, all small paragraphs.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Yeah, good. Like this, if you ask your questions, I can understand how you are following. Yeah. Here, lorem 20. So I'm writing just only 20 words of paragraph in the beginning, second paragraph, third paragraph, fourth paragraph, fifth paragraph. So I can show you all these paragraphs like this. How many P tags we write it, those many paragraphs only we can show to the user. How many P tags we write it, those many paragraphs only we can show to the user like this. This is because of paragraph tag. Next, we'll write it here. Because of paragraph tag, we are showing our output like that. Here, I want to write it here, H2 tag. H2 tag is heading 2. So I'm writing here heading 2. See, heading 2 and heading 1. See, when you right click and inspect element here, heading 1, font size of 2EM. 2EM is the font size of heading 1. Heading 1, it is displaying the font size of 2EM. Next, heading 2, see here, font size of 1.5 EM. 1.5 EM of the font size of heading 2. Heading 1, it is displaying like this. Heading 2, it is displaying like this. Heading 1, it is displaying 2 EM is the font size. Heading 2, it is font size of 1.5 EM. So this is the default font sizes for the headings. We can write it here, paragraph here. Yes, here headings will display like this. So now I'll write it here, lorem 4. So 4 words of paragraph we can write it. So with this, see here 4 words of paragraph. Here it is heading, one heading. So we are displaying here all different headings and all different paragraphs like this. So like this, we can write it here, all paragraphs and all headings will be like this. So this way
Ma'am,
only,
what about indentation?
sorry.
Ma'am, indentation. Ma'am, you are writing in VS Code anywhere without
Yeah,
any indentation.
I'm using VS Code here. Yes.
Ma'am, indentation means you are starting from anywhere in the next from the next line. No indentation required in HTML.
Indentation. Are you asking
Yes,
about
ma'am.
indentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, format document. See, it is following indentation. Okay. Yes. Are you looking for this one?
Ma'am, actually, I am asking, is HTML required indentation?
HTML required?
Indentation like Python indentation is compulsory. Is HTML
No,
also?
no. It is not required. Even if you don't write any some tags also, it will give you output.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
No problem. It will give you output for program. You don't follow, even if you don't follow indentation, if you don't write properly tags, if you don't close the proper tags, even though it will give you output. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yes. So all headings we can write, all paragraphs we can write, all different outputs we can write it like this. Here H1 to H6 tags we can write, paragraph tag we can write. H1 tag I showed, H2 tag I showed. See, H2 tag are we using anywhere in this project? Let's see here. In this existing content, I want to check is there any H2 tag or not. So are we using any H2 tag or not? Let's check it. In this application, see here meetings, all list of meetings, what all done, all the trainings, what all done, it will give you. See here it is showing meeting now. Just right click here, inspect element. See they are using H3 tag here. So depends on the size of the content, it will give you all different outputs will be like this. Here H3 tag, see this is also H3 tag. See all different headings will show you like this. H1 tag, H2 tag, see H3 tag. See here itself I'll write it inspect element H3 tag. So most of them are H3 tags here. So my personal room, here H3 tag. Okay. Here just little difference you will find it in the H3 to H1. So you'll see, you can see that here H1 tag, right click and inspect element here. Say this is one heading and it is displaying that output like this. Here headings and this is heading and this is paragraph tag. Here all different paragraphs we can show you like this. This way H2 tag little difference. See 1.5 EM is the font size of H2 tag. H1 tag, it is a font size of 2 EM. This is not my own font size. If you write H1, by default it will give you this much. If you write H2, it will give you this much heading. So this way it will execute our program. This is the way only generally will execute our program and will print our output. So this is all about the headings and paragraphs. Next we'll write it here. Here H1 to H6 tag will write it that output like this. Here next let me write that H3 tag. So H3, here it is heading 3. Writing here heading 3. So now you can see here heading 3. See heading 3. Heading 3, just right click inspect element here. This is H3. Heading 3, it is giving that output like this. See heading 2 and this is heading 1. So this way only we'll execute our program and will print our program. This is all about the H1, H2, H3 and paragraph tag. So today we discussed how to write this, class begins at 7:12 I started the session. Regularly I'll start at session 7:10. I'll end my previous class. I'll start 7:10 your batch. I'll continue up to 8 o'clock regularly. But today I'll stop in 1-2 minutes. Here, as of now, for today's session, we discussed how to open this VS Code, our project. So just after installation of VS Code, open file, open folder, just select that folder and select your folder. By that, you can select your folder in the VS Code. After opening the folder, you can see that htdocs. No, it is not a demo class. It's a day 1 class, session 1. So I started HTML4 topic today. Here HTML4, under that I created first HTML4. Under this first HTML4, you can see that all headings and all. Here doc type, in the sense it is a document type, heading, H1, paragraph, like that we can write it all different headings and all different content, we write it like this. H1 tag, H2 tag, H3 tag, like that we can write it here, all H1 to H6 tags for displaying that all paragraphs. Okay, no problems. Suraj, you can join tomorrow on time. 7:10, you can join in the session. Okay, you can get this recording from the organizer. Everyday recordings, you will get it from the organizer. Ask organizer, she will share you recordings. Here we can work out with H1 tag. So today we discussed how to write HTML tag and how to can write heading tags, heading H1 to H6 tags, paragraph tags, like that how we can write all these we discussed today. So next tomorrow session I'll continue on H3 we discussed now, H4, H5, H6, like that all tags, how to write it and how to display our output. I'll explain to you in tomorrow session. That's it for today. Okay. Thank you. For recordings and for drive information and for documents, you want contact organizer, she will share with you. Thank you.